Is the Bitcoin top in? Are we going straight to zero from here? Is the cryptocurrency market dead?
No, 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 no. Wait, 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 wait. Wait, 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 wait.
I guess that's what we're going to find out today. Crypto Neil here. Welcome everyone to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing some Bitcoin price action at TA and potential direction to be chosen. So, looking at the daily time frame here, we can see that price during Trump's inauguration hit all-time high. No one really talked about it. Social media was kind of dead and sleeping on this, probably because they're watching Trump get sworn in. But we did get a lot of volatility and a nice sharp rejection, and we never actually closed above the former all-time high. So it begs the question: where are we going from here? Are we just going to keep rejecting on this rising trend line, or are we going to eventually break through on this consolidation and go higher? So let's jump into lower time frames and kind of analyze what we can see in the market, and maybe it gives us a little bit of hint at where the market's going. So just jumping out to 4 hour now, we can kind of just assess what we see. So I'll just quickly draw at least a pattern that I think is taking place. I feel like I'm in grade school just drawing shapes over here. Look at that beautiful diamond. So typically when we see this pattern here, we do get a reversal forming, and not that it has to be symmetrical on the way down, but you look for other areas of support, which in this case I think is around 92.5K if we get the breakdown, and that's a big if. And let me show you other things that I'm seeing across the market as to why that's a big if, and downside I do think is less likely if I have to give a direction, not financial advice, but I do think upside is the resolve of this formation, which we by the way are coming very very close to resolving that. So going across to other markets, we now are checking on the S&P 500, and what do we have here? Well, we have a descending channel where price essentially was consolidating within, and now it has broken that channel, and not only that, it is testing all-time highs. So going over to NASDAQ, we see the exact same thing. What can we expect, or what can we kind of extrapolate from this data, is that typically money flows from safer assets like stocks uh, into the more risky, into the more volatile. So once profit taking kind of occurs from this market, we can expect it to trickle into BTC and then into alts. That's why right now we're just kind of consolidating. We're not getting any obvious breakout in direction because the money's just not here right now. You know, it's kind of neutral. So there's a lot of emotions happening during these times, during Trump getting sworn in. People want to see the first crypto-friendly president pump the market. Everyone was expecting him to say something about Bitcoin, and nothing happened. So what do you get from that? Just a lot of volatility. If you're not an experienced trader, I recommend just kind of sitting and waiting through this period, waiting for a more clear breakout. What could a clear breakout look like? Well, obviously price breaking down below this range. RSI going below kind of like the 50 read. I usually like to use the number like 42 or 44. Below there, it's more confirmation that the direction will be down. So a breakout to the upside, which could easily happen. You consolidate or just back test this upper trend line level that we've been bouncing off of on higher time frame. You get candle closures above this trend line and above the former all-time high closure. To me, you're gonna start going higher. How much higher? Well, you can use certain tools to kind of develop a thesis on that. If I knew how to use any of them, I'm just kidding. So we could take a fib retracement from the old high to the low, and that kind of projects us with bullish targets. If we get consecutive settlements above the 786, mainly above the old high is what I'm looking at, or where the candle closed at least, then you'd be looking at the 1.618 ultimately as your target. But I don't know if we're going to go that high all in one pull. If we do break out to the upside, I will be looking at 114,000 as the first take profit target. But again, trade hasn't taken place yet. None of this is unfolded, so we just sit here on lower time frames and wait for the actual breakout to take place. We can also apply this sort of TA to other alts, because Bitcoin, if it retraces down to its former support, that's around a 12% move. But say you want to make more and you don't want to use like crazy leverage, you can go to faster movers in the market. So just kind of looking at the side here, I kind of look, these are things that I like to trade, some things I just hold long term, but I'll look at something that's doing poorly in the day and look at where it's at, and then kind of measure what a potential breakout could look like. So that's a 22% decline. This is on CRV. Currently testing the lows here. So if we get a breakout to the upside, this would be something that I would like to look at longing, since there's such an inclination in price to get back to that former high. You could leverage that with 3x leverage and make nearly 100% on that trade, because it's basing off the lows. You have a tight stop loss just below this deviation here. To me, that's a lot safer long than longing Bitcoin, which is at all-time highs. You could also look at something else, like higher market cap potentially, which is easier to follow. So this is Ethereum. Again, really simple, just drawing what we see. I'm not too fussy with my trend lines because I don't obsessively use them when I trade. And what I mean by that is, a lot of people say, oh, you have to draw the lines like touching as many candle closures as possible, ignoring wicks, which is fine. I typically use wicks because I'm not that particular with where price crosses these thresholds. Some people, the second it breaks out, they're taking the trade, only for price to immediately reverse and then close above. So I don't want to front run these positions. I want to wait for full candle closures backed up by RSI or expanding volatility, which are these indicators down here. Volatility I really like to use when I trade, just because if it expands off the lows, you typically get a strong price movement. So once we get confirmation of a breakout, say to the downside, then we're headed back into old support where this wick is. It's a nice 8% move. Again, a little bit of leverage there. You can make quite a lot of money with a tight stop loss, because you would just be targeting above these highs for a stop loss. So it'd probably be like a 2.5 R to R. As a guess, I should actually just say we took this trade on a breakout closure. Target there. Target these lows. Yeah, 2.45. So that's a potential short we could look at. Again, not financial advice, but upon breakout, that's what we're looking for. So all eyes are on Bitcoin, of course, to kind of guide us through the move. If Bitcoin breaks out to the upside, then we look at the stronger alts. So going to stronger alts on this chart, we have Solana and XRP. XRP forming a nice little V bottom. Jumping over Solana, exact same thing. So Solana, again, already above all-time highs, consolidating around it. XRP is the exact same case if you haven't seen it on the daily time frame. So these alts, if we get a break to the upside, are the ones that are going to run the fastest and are the easiest to kind of ride the momentum wave. And then look to ones for weakness, like CRV, breaking daily support for the most drawdown potential. Obviously, like, look at this huge run up here. If you break this support, you're in free fall. So that's a huge gain if the direction chooses that way. So anyway, kind of wrapping up thoughts on this video here. What time we at? 9:15. Yeah, so for this channel, I kind of want to keep things relatively short and sweet. Just a few market video updates each week, as well as some teachable to those who want to learn how to trade. A little bit of background on myself. I'll get into more later because I don't have a webcam set up yet, and I do want to have that element in the videos just so you guys can kind of see my perspective on what's going on. But what I would like to do with the channel is just offer insight to be able to do trading full time. Like, I came from a construction background, and now I'm I'm trading every single day. Absolutely love it. Self-taught, and I just want to be able to bring these skills that I've learned to you, the viewers, and hopefully empower you to do the same thing. So if you're finding yourself kind of dead-ended and stuck and just scrolling through other people's lives, like, it's time to make that change for yourself, do better for yourself, and grow, prosper. So let's grow together. This is Crypto Neil. We're going to sign off, and have a wonderful day.